Morning guys, this is the next part of the boat. As you can see, I've done all the leading all around the bottom. I've started burning off. Remember that patch I was showing you? That's what it was there. And yeah, I was right, it was filled with some sort of filler. Again, I didn't think it would be a problem. Had a right game of this bottom. This bottom was an absolute nightmare to do, which I've done the worst of it now at the bottom. At the top, as you can see, burnt off all that needs to be burnt off all the way along, and the same along the top. I've got a bit more to do up there, which I'll do today. Basically it looks alright, to be truthful with you. I can't see any worries about it at all. Done all the front. That's all ready now to be blacked. Around this side there was a little bit more burning off to do, so this side, the bottom, I've only done up to the brown that you can see, which I'm going to do today. All that green that was all along there, basically the whole lot just flaked straight off. Didn't even need to put the burner on it hardly, it just lifted straight off. Strange thing I've noticed is, you see these little holes here? See these holes? And there. And the same up the top there. I think what they've done, if you look there, you see the little screws there? I asked the bloke in the marina and he said he's never seen anything like it. What I think they've done, what they've done is they've drilled through the outside of the boat. There's another couple there, look. And there, all the way along. I think what they've done, they've drilled through the boat and put screws through from the outside to hold some sort of battening on the inside for all that timber that you saw. But hopefully I'll get a bit more of this rubbed down today. I'll just show you quickly what that's what it looks like, and honestly that is so smooth it's not even funny. And you can still see you see all the red lead there. That's the original. There's not even no rust on it, and that's just surface. Okay, I'll get back to you in a minute. Hi guys. I just started rubbing this down properly around the sides here now. Do you remember that patch I showed you? Let's just zoom that out of touch. Remember I said to you it looked like it had filler or something in there? Well, yeah, I was right, it was all filler. So I've now rubbed that all the way back down to the bare metal, and you can see where the filler was. And I'm just starting to go around just that bottom edge. It's cold here, so let's zoom that in just a little bit. I'm going all around this bottom now, between the rubbing band and the bottom black, just to get all that really thick rust off. And then I'm going to go all the way along there, right down to there to the end, and then round the other side, and then I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you when I'm done round this side, and you can see. Okay lads, right, as you can probably see, let's just focus that like that. As you can see, it just took me 5 hours to rub that down, all the way along, right up to the corner, all the way down around those windows. I've gone right back around these windows because when I take them out, the last thing I want is a great big line of paint around there. So I've rubbed them all down right back to bare metal, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to dust all this off, and then I'm going to put a coat of primer over it just to seal it up, because I don't want no water getting into it tonight. And I'm going just right round to the front. Hi guys, here I am again. It's getting dark now, so I'm going to have to call it a day. That's how she looked this morning on this side. I never got too much more done on this side because the other side was really hard work to get back, which I'll show you now. Hang on a sec. My hands are freezing. Right, this is what she looks like now. She looks like that. So I started painting the front. And that's what the side looks like now. Like I say, this is only primer. Or primer undercoat they call it. It took me all day to rub that down and burn off places where I couldn't actually see because the paint was so dark. But as you can see, she's looking a lot flatter now. It's a little bit up here, I'll show you. This bit here, I don't know if you can see it, don't think the camera's picking it up. It's like a band where that, do you know where that yellow line was across the bottom? I don't know what they'd used on it. I think they've used some sort of masking tape and they ain't cleaned the glue off. That bit there, remember that patch I showed you and I said I think there's filler on it? Well, that's what it looks like now. That took me about 3 hours to make that look like that, and it still needs filling. All of it still needs filling. It's just getting it back to a basic colour so that I can see what I'm working on when I start putting the filler on. But as you can see by, you know, these bits here, you know, if you look here, that's about 12-13 coats of paint that I've had to rub right back. As you can see here, there's the metal, and I mean that's very smooth to touch. But this piece, that bit there, see that line you can see? I don't know what was on there, but whatever's been pulled off, it's a bloody nightmare to lose this edge. You can still see it if you look really carefully. So I'll have to face fill all of that and bring it all back out level. But yeah, that's what it looks like now, lads. And tomorrow I'll do the other side, weather permitting. And keep you posted. See you soon. Morning, guys. The next day. Ain't dried out too bad actually. It's dried quite flat. I'm quite pleased with that. Today, I've just took that cover back just to give you a quick view of what the back's going to look like. Back looks quite nice actually. It'll look alright when it's done. That's the back of the boat with the cover off. As you can see, I've got all that to do, all down there, and all this bit here. Today's project, I'm going to try and get all this burnt off today, all sanded down, and weather permitting, hopefully I'm going to try and get it all primed stroke undercoated today. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the rest of the outside alone, apart from the bottom, till it goes in the workshop. I'm going to come over here probably Sunday and get a couple of coats of black around this bottom just to get that sealed up because the weather's turning now. And then I'm not sure when it's going in the workshop, which is over there in that shed there. But I'm not going to do no more obviously finish painting now because there's a lot of dew in the air, a lot of dampness, and the last thing I want is to try and paint it damp and then I end up with it all blistering in 6 months time. So that's the state of play. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee and then get started, and I'll get back to you when I've done a bit more. See you later. Okay guys, I've rubbed all this side down now. That's that patchwork we see earlier. I've gone all the way down to the bottom. Do you remember that band I was telling you about? This piece here. I think what it was is that they put some sort of masking tape on there and they didn't rub it down before they painted over the top, and the cellulose thinners has had a reaction with it, so I've filled all the way along there, look, all the way down right to the bottom now, all around the top, everywhere I've rubbed it all down with wet and dry sandpaper, so it's looking a lot smoother, that's for sure. Around this side, what I've done round here, basically the same as what I showed you yesterday. Used a grinder on this side because it was so bad. As you can see up there, basically again, as you can see the pitting around the windows. So I've rubbed that all down, grinded it right down, same as up there. There's another bit up here which was quite bad, this piece here, and down the other end there's another piece that's even worse. Probably the only part on the boat that was bad, actually, to be honest with you. The bottom edge you know about, and yeah, there's these screws I was telling you about. Look, see them? They're bloody all the way along, look. Yeah. Then, right. Again, this window was quite bad under here, as you can see. That was quite bad. That's been rubbed all back now. This one's got quite a lot of pitting on it. There. Another one of them screw holes there. Up the top here, that was quite bad, which I've done, and that's the other bit I was talking about. But apart from that, it's not too bad, actually. Right, I'll get a coat of primer on this now, and I'll show you what it looks when it's finished. Cheers, lads. Right, guys, back again. Just see if I can zoom this in a bit. Painted all the top now, as you can see. I've left the bottom because it was getting a bit dark. I'm not coming over here tomorrow, so I thought if I get that bare, where it's bare metal coated up, I'll finish burning that bottom brown bit off, and a bit round the front of the boat on Sunday, and I'm also going to black the bottom on Sunday, hopefully, if the weather's not, you know, too bad. This all needs to be filled, this side, obviously. Apart from that, it's all going well.